In Psalm 37, we see how God is actively engaged in our lives and he gives us peace and justice and all of that. And also, there's an interesting thing about this psalm because, well, we'll get to that at the end. First, we read it and then we talk about it. So, Psalm 37 of David. Do not fret because of evildoers. Do not be envious toward the doers of unrighteousness, for they will wither quickly like the grass and fade like the green herb. Trust in Yahweh and do good. Dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in Yahweh, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to Yahweh. Trust in him, and he will do it. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light and your judgment as the noonday. Be still in Yahweh. Wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who carries out schemes of wickedness. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Do not fret. It leads only to evil doing, for evildoers will be cut off. But those who hope for Yahweh, they will inherit the land. Yet a little while and the wicked man will be no more. You will look carefully at his place, and he will not be there. The lowly, they will inherit the land, and will delight themselves in abundant peace. The wicked schemes against the righteous, and gnashes at him with his teeth. The Lord laughs at him, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn the sword and bent their bow, to cast down the afflicted and the needy, to slay those who are upright in conduct. Their sword will enter their own heart, and their bows will be broken. Better is a little of the righteous than the abundance of the wicked. For the arms of the wicked will be broken, but Yahweh sustains the righteous. Yahweh knows the days of the blameless, and their inheritance will be forever. They will not be ashamed in the time of evil, and in the days of famine they will be satisfied. But the wicked will perish, and the enemies of Yahweh will be like the glory of the pastures. They vanish. In smoke they vanish away. The wicked borrows and does not pay back, but the righteous is gracious and gives. For those blessed by him will inherit the land, but those cursed by him will be cut off. The footsteps of a man are established by Yahweh, and he delights in his way. When he falls, he will not be hurled headlong, because Yahweh is the one who sustains his hand. I was young, and now I'm old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, or his seed begging bread. All day long he is gracious and lends, and his seed is a blessing. Depart from evil and do good, so that you will dwell forever. For Yahweh loves justice, and will not forsake his holy ones. They are kept forever. But the seed of the wicked will be cut off. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom, and his tongue speaks justice. The law of his God is in his heart, and his steps do not slip. The wicked spies upon the righteous and seeks to put him to death. Yahweh will not forsake him in his hand. He will not condemn him when he is judged. Hope for Yahweh and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, you will see it. I have seen the wicked, ruthless man, spreading himself like a luxuriant tree in its native soil. Then he passes away, and behold, he's no more. I sought for him, but he could not be found. Observe the blameless man, and behold the upright, for the man of peace will have prosperity, but transgressors will be altogether destroyed. The prosperity of the wicked will be cut off, but the salvation of the righteous is from Yahweh. He is their strength in time of distress. Yahweh helps them and protects them. He protects them from the wicked and saves them because they take refuge in him. Psalm 37. Now, the interesting thing about Psalm 37 is that it is, I think it's called an abacrostic poem. It's an acrostic poem, which means that every stanza begins with a letter of the Hebrew alphabet. In your Bible, you may not have it. I'm going to turn this around and show you my Bible. So in my Bible, you see, besides my feet there, you see that each section has that little brown heading, Well, that heading is the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet. And so each stanza of this poem begins with that letter of the alphabet. So it's kind of just a neat way. They did that not just to be cute, but it helps in memorizing. So if you're trying to memorize something, if you can make an acrostic out of it, it helps with that. And so that's why they do that with some poems. In literature, they do that as well. Again, I think it's called an apocryptic poem, something like that. In the scriptures, we typically just call it an acrostic poem. But this is a great, Psalm 37 is great. We see God's goodness to those that seek him, and his justice against those that don't. I hope you're the former and not the latter. Leave a message, like, share, and I'll see you on the next one.